What type of person am I? I'm an athlete. I'm a nerd. I'm adventurous. But most of all, I'm a hardworking, kind, and honest person. And these are the factors that I really pride myself in. In what ways do I think that I would like to be different? Well, I guess I could be more athletic, or I could be funnier, or I could be more intelligent. But I'm pretty happy in the state that I'm currently in. And I know people view me to be someone that's really funny, energetic, outgoing, and I really believe that these are great factors that someone has and sees in me, and I'm happy that that's how people portray me to be. Now, do they see me differently than I view myself? Well, to be honest, I think people view me to be a little bit less intelligent than I actually am. I portray myself to be very outgoing and carefree, but in reality, I really work extremely hard, and whenever I have a task at hand, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get it done. And sometimes people don't realize this about me. Growing up, I always thought I would be a professional baseball player. Baseball was a huge part of my life growing up, and I've been playing since I was 5 years old. And I really just lived a very carefree childhood. I didn't really think about careers much until I got to college. The people that really influenced me in my life were my parents. They told me that going into law would be a great profession. I started taking classes, I started learning more about the profession, and I started to realize that, what, law does not make sense. I really do not enjoy writing long papers or arguing with people, and it just didn't seem to fit me correctly. So I guess the question is, how did I choose demographic economics? Why is demographic economics my passion now? Well, after taking quite a few classes in college on microeconomics and macroeconomic theory, I started to realize that I was really passionate about the subject. And I didn't know at the time how I could actually apply this to a real job. So I started thinking back to my childhood, and I thought about how my parents got a divorce when I was a very young child and the effect that had on my family. And it started to all tie together, the concept of family economics and the dynamics that a divorce will have on a family, and the role that that will play economically. And I found that to be quite interesting. And learning more about how race and human capital, how they all play into your economic situation, really interested me. So I truly believe that going into demographic economics is a field that I'm going to be very passionate about and interested in. And I think working for the government could be a great stepping stone for my career development. And one professor that really got me interested in the field of economics happened to be my microeconomic professor at the University of Illinois, Professor Fred Gottheil. I just saw his passion and enjoyment for the field and how it really applied to his own life and how he was so passionate about teaching students every day. And it really made me excited about the field. And he's really given me some great advice and has given me people that I could reach out to that might further my interest and passion for family and demographic economics. So what personal and environmental factors have shaped the person I am today? Well, I truly believe that my mom plays a major role in my growth and development. As a young child, my mom developed this learning program with me, and she actually called it learning. And every day after school, I would sit down with her, complete my regular homework for school, and also I'd have to complete lots of worksheets out of workbooks that she found. And I feel very fortunate to have grown up in a very affluent community. Therefore, I've had all the resources available to me, and I've had all the tools to allow me to have success growing up. And I feel very fortunate to have been in that type of a situation. I really don't feel that my race or sex has played a major factor in my growth and development. I think I'd still be the person that I am today, regardless of my skin color or my gender. So I truly believe that it's these environmental factors and my family that have developed a strong core for me to have and experience success, and it's really led me to be the person that I am today. What are some internal and external barriers that I face in this development process. So some of the internal barriers that I face is wanting to really stay close to my friends and family. I'd love to live in the city of Chicago, but I feel like that's really limiting myself to one city in the entire United States. And I know there's a lot of opportunity to do research in Washington, D.C., so that's just one example of limiting myself to one single sector within the U.S. Also, it's my desire to still wanting to go out and be a kid again. I want to play basketball. I want to have a good time, play sports, and I think that could get in the way of me really fulfilling my career obligations and spending time actually doing the best job that I possibly can. With respect to external barriers to my career development, I think job availability may play a significant role. Um, Demographic economics isn't a very popular field these days, so being able to find an opening may be difficult for me directly out of college. When beginning a career, I think it's extremely important to determine what will actually make you happy. For me, I believe that being passionate about your line of work is the key to happiness. I want to come into work every day with a passion and desire to complete my work and really enjoy what I'm doing in my tasks at hand. In terms of my work-life balance, I really want to work a normal shift around 40 hours and be able to come home and enjoy myself. I want to be able to work out after work. I want to be able to play basketball and be able to have a social life. And I think that's very important for my mental health and my satisfaction. Achievement and getting ahead in life have always been extremely important to me. Throughout high school and my college career, I've always been very passionate and interested in doing the best that I possibly can to get to that next level. One organization that I'm involved with, Illinois Business Consulting, I started off as a first level consultant and I was working from day one to get to be a project manager. And my work ethic and determination to get to that next level actually allowed me to complete my feat and get to be a project manager in the organization. And I believe I'm going to take that with me in my future career. In my life, I've been very fortunate enough to have cousins who have walked the steps that I'm currently taking. They've really emphasized to me that it's important to have a fine balance between leisure activities and hobbies, maintaining good relationships with friends and family, and also having a successful career. They've been there, they've told me how important it is to not only have success in your career, but also be able to come home to friends and family and have stimulation outside of work. And they've told me that at times they've lacked in certain areas. They've been so focused on their careers that they've forgotten the most important people in their lives. And due to that, they've been unhappy. So I think having that experience and letting me know how important it is really going to benefit me going into the work world. When making decisions, I use a very analytical thought process. I'm trying to be as logical as I possibly can and do a complete analysis of the situation. And at times, this serves me very well. I usually get the answer correct, and I usually impress the people that are looking for solutions. However, this could become an issue for me when I'm trying to make decisions quickly, because an analytical thought process takes time to come up with a solution. And at times, this might not be the most efficient and effective way of deriving an answer. I believe that I'm a realist and I'm logical. These aspects of my identity are going to be very important for my decision-making process. If I determine that demographic economics is not the correct career path for me, I'm going to realize it very early on, and I'm going to be honest with myself and determine at that point in time that I have to look into other career fields. For my age, I think I'm in a very advanced stage for identity development. My decisions are based on mature, logical responses to situations, and I truly believe that my past experiences has helped me grow and get to the point that I'm currently at. Initially, stereotypes led me to believe that I wanted to be either a doctor or a lawyer, because traditionally speaking, lawyers and doctors both make a lot of money. I didn't really take the time to understand the actual position entitlements. And I slowly began to realize that it's not just about the money for me. I really want to take on a career that I'll actually get enjoyment out of and be passionate and happy performing daily tasks. Over the last few years, I've come to realize that I truly want to enter a career path that I will find meaning and be able to fully engage in whatever activity I choose. Law happens to be the incorrect choice for me because I'm not simply interested in making a lot of money. I want to find a field that I could walk into the office every day and truly be happy and excited to take on the day's tasks. Therefore, demographic economics is the field for me.